afternoon and welcome to Ron's Ice Cream and Bowling, beautiful Cleary Square in Hyde Park, Mass. We've got the C-South semifinal on the left. You see the defending C-South champion, the number 4 seed, Heynigen. And on the right, we have the number 1 seed, home bowler, Pyne. So we're going to do 5 strings, as most of you know by now. The only thing that counts is total pinfall. So, guys, let's get ready to rumble. Okay, Peterson, thanks for joining.
It has sound, like you're picking up a lot of all the background.
Okay, talk again.
All right, we're just getting the video and the audio. There's a lot of ambient noise, I think. Is that what the word is for background noise? We do have some other bowlers here. So hopefully you can hear me describe the action.
Oh, wait.
I'm going to put the mic up as close as I can. And
Try it again.
all right, can you hear me right now as we're about ready to get started here for this matchup in the South semifinal? The winner to take on Zach Corbett. Let's just see if I get anything here.
Okay.
All right.
Can you hear the sound all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Well, we are ready to roll and rumble. So, Mark Van Heynigen, the visiting bowler, will be first to start. For both 5 boxes. We're on lanes 1 and 2. And we are off and running. Mark drops 7 on his first ball, just off the head pin. Working on the scoreboard here as we're off to a slow start. Oh boy. Well, we're off to a slower start as the pin setter. What are we doing? Starting all over? Or? Okay. Yep. So forget what you just saw. Now this is the first ball of the match. Fortunately, there's 49 boxes left. So, oh, hey, Maurice.
What's that?
Yeah, I got it right here. Just underway. Mark off to the right. Got a nice crowd on hand. Yeah, yes. Here's the third ball for Mark in the first box. And that will be a 9. So, Mark, as you may recall, if you're a fan of ACST bowling, ran Rothschild, I think is the term, last year. As he took down 3 bowlers, won the South, and advanced to the final. And he won his first round match against Wayne Bullock. And we're still working on the automated system here and the setup for everything. I think they're working on how many boxes at a time. We're not going to do. We're doing 5 at a time. We're not going to do 1 at a time. That would take a while. I think we're good to go. So this is box 2. Mark leads 9-0, and he hits the head pin and has a split. But that piece of wood is looking pretty good there. We've got 2 behind. If it hits the object or close to it, I think we'll have some action. Oh, just off to the left. So he's got the 7-10 left. the channel, as we say now. That's an 8-box, 17 through 2 for Mark. Hey, Nico. Doing well. This one should be a good one. Mark comes in averaging a 106. And he's got the triangle here on the right. I think that's the triangle 3. Always a tricky shot. Oh, Mark hits the object, but again, the triangle wins again. Just off to the right. That'll be a 9-26 through 3 for Mark. Mark, his home alleys are Ryan's out of Buzzards Bay, so he made the trip up from the Cape. And what do you know? Got stuck in traffic. No surprise there, even though it's a 2 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon. Mark off to the right, leaving a 1-7. If you have any comments, definitely put in the box. I'll be reading them as we go along. Mark hits the object, but a little too full, just leaving the 7. And caps it for 10. So 36 through 4. Mark has 1 box to go. Mark bowled here the very, very first match of the season for him against Kendrick Pyne. And he's got a 2-1 split here. Does have a piece of wood behind the 2 pins that should make its way across and theoretically connect with that other piece of wood. Always sounds good in practice. Oh. That time it did swing across, but just off to the left, so he'll be open in the first 5. Mark off to the right, so he'll sit down with a 45, and a 9, an 8, a 9, a 10, and a 9. Right? Yep. And up steps the home bowler, Sean Pyne, number 1 seed. So we make some adjustments on the camera here. Thank you to Maurice Perry and Mark working on it. And Sean right on the head pin, but gets just one ugly leave at the 5 and 6. It's one of the 2, but all you can do there. I'll try to get the second. And a 9 for Sean. See J.O.B. out there and the trucker, Mark Milligan. JT, this is Dave Peterson here from Ron's in Hyde Park. Ron's Bowling and Ice Cream. Sean right in a 1-3 pocket. I think Sean will want to stay to the right here. And not where he wanted to put it. Hey Glenn, good to see you out there on the stream. That's a 10 box for Sean, 19 through 2. Of course, Mark had 45 through 5. Yeah, it's possible that all the Ron's is the place to be here in the spring and early summer with the B's and the C's. Everything could be going through here.
I just want to collect for Monday. Now I'm processing.
Hey, Billy. All right, Sean. This one is wired. If he can hit the object just off to the right, he'll be open on the third. So we're still looking for the first mark of this match, but I'm sure they're going to be coming fast and furiously before we know it. Oh, Sean off to the left. That's uncharacteristic of him. So it'll be a 6, so 25 through 3. Box 4. Sean again on the head pin. Just crushes it. Now he's got the 10. That piece of wood is pretty far out front. And once again, the pin to the left, the ball flies over the 10 pin. So Sean's had an 8 drop and 2 9 drops, but unable to get his first mark. Does get another 10, so that will give him 35 through 4. 1 to go before he sits down. Sean on the 2 pin that time. It's got a tough leave. Sean averaging 111. So both bowlers warming up here. But it's going to be tight here depending on how many pins Sean gets. Mark's at 45. That's a 9. Sean is at 44, so we have a 1-pin game. Mark Van Heynigen leads by 1. And thank you, Maurice. Maurice Perry here. Keep an eye on the video, see how it is on lane 2 here at Ron's. I don't think they have an ice cream pizza here, but everything is absolutely delicious and homemade right here. There's Mark. He's on the 2 pin. Leaves 3/4 of the back row, plus the head pin and several pieces of wood. Just off to the left, leaving 3. This time, right on the head pin. Can't pick up the 7 on that, but it is a 9 box. 54 through 6. A nice crowd here. ACST bowler Danny Corbett is here. Maurice Perry. We have Cheryl Gooding. A cast of thousands. Mark off to the right. Get some bonus pins there as he shakes his head. Mark with a right to left ball. Look at this. They're all going to go. Oh, just before the ball, just before the pin setter comes down, that'll be a 10. 64 through 7 for Mark. Sean, if you're just tuning in, hit 44 through 5. The left to right ball, again on the 2 pin. Synthetic lanes here at Ron's. This time on the 3. That time on the head pin, but that's all that goes for Mark this time around. 8 box, so 72 through 8. I'd love to put one on, at least one on the board here. Sean wasn't able to pick up any marks, but he was crushing the head pin. And there's the... Yeah. Middle of the day on a weekday. Yes. And got the 4 horsemen left with the post on the right. Mark's going to hit the head pin. Oh, gets the 10. You never can tell about that 4 horsemen leave, whether there's a pin behind or not. Just getting the 4 down is an accomplishment in and of itself. Spins that one to the left for a 9 box, so 1 to go. Mark's at 81. Again, his season average is 106, so he's most likely not going to hit it here, but would love to put a marker up here before the string ends. This time in the 1-2 pocket, and he has the same 2 pins he just had a moment ago. So he's had a practice at this shot, which probably isn't a bad thing. And I think it helped. It sure did. Sparing the 10th. We have our first mark of the match, folks. So 91 and a ball. Just off to the left, and a disappointing 3. 94 for Mark Van Heynigen, looking to defend his championship here in the South Conference of C. Last year, awesome performance, all the way to the finals. Sean Pyne looking to take him down. Sean had 44 through 5, so most likely even just 1 mark should give him a lead. And again, another 9-pin drop. Let's take a look at this wood. It is angled, still moving. Looks like from here it should cover it, but it's kind of close. It does. Sparing the 6th for Sean Pyne. So now at 54 and a ball working. Again in the pocket, and again a 9-pin drop. This time that wood looks like it's right against the lip. It's got a powerful ball. Hits it right where you need to hit it. Nicely done by Sean. Starting to open things up here. Mark 9 in the 6th. And Mark in the 7th. He's going to clear out that piece of wood that's in the gutter. Thank you to Mark Van Heynigen for setting up the stream here. Mark's streamed many matches, many of his own matches, and a number of others down the Cape. And here's another fill ball and another pocket hit. He'll take the 7, but the spear lead, he was hoping for something better than that. It's 87 through 7. It's about all you could really do with that one without throwing it too far off to the side. Happy to get those 2. Just misses for 9. So That will give Sean 89 through 8. So he's got 2 to go. Mark had 94, so Sean will have a lead after these 2 boxes for sure. Sean just off to the left. Got our first Cleary of the day. Yeah, hey Al, glad to know you're feeling better, healing up hopefully. Oh, this time Sean gets the 4 horseman, but doesn't get the kicker on the Cleary. So yeah, sure, Al, it is me. Thank you. That's a 9 for Sean. So he's got 1 to go. He's at 98. My voice is pretty recognizable, even if I don't say my name. One to go for Sean. Throws it out there. Half Worcester left-hand side. Supporters for both bowlers online here making comments. Oh no. Just clips off 1. So big ball here. Hits the head pin, a little full disappointing result though for a 6. So we've completed 1 of the first 5 as the crowd cheers both bowlers. So the crowd goes wild. That's a 104 for Sean, 94 for Mark, and they're going to stay here on lane 2. Both their next 5 here, and then they'll move back to lane 1 for 5 over there. Hey, Drew. Yep, so 104 to 94. And here goes Mark Van Heynigen. He has a 9 drop of his own now. Mark just hit the 1 mark in the 10th frame. Could only get a 3 fill on it. Had 5 head pin hits. Oh, that wood didn't connect. It was not wired. He had 3 splits in his 5 head pin hits. Another 9 for Mark. He'll start box 2. A little full in the head pin. We've got a 3-2 split. Hits the object, gets the 3 on the left. So he will be open here in the second box. It's the object. Another 9 for Mark. Mark did finish first in his division. Solid record of 140 and 12. He's the 4th seed this year. Off to the right-hand side. Another tough leave. Got that left to right working. Throws a really good ball there. Right to left. Did I say right to left or left to right? Left to right. Anyway. 2 remain. So 3 straight 9s for Mark to start his second string. So that puts him at 27. Sean took the first string by 10 pins. Again off to the right. think Drew calls this one the washout, right? And that one goes down the bunny hole. And Mark flirting with disaster there, but gets an 8 out of that. So that's 35 through 4. Box 5. This time we got a head pin, a little light. And it looks like we got the triangle on the right side plus the 7. There's a piece of wood there that could come in handy. And pulled it to the left. And now it just leaves the triangle. So just like in the first string, Mark will be opening the first 5 boxes of string 2. And again the triangle, and again hitting the object but getting a 9. So Mark with 44. Through 5, and up steps Sean Pyne, just coming off a 104 first string where he just crushed the head pin a number of times. The official stats here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 head pin hits, and he didn't have many splits, only 2, I think. And crushes the head pin again, but this time we have a split. And while he does have a couple pieces of wood, he'll have to really move those around. Elects to go to the left side, picks off that pin there. That'll be $10. Sean will start his second box here in string 2. Hopefully we didn't lose our connection there. Sean off to the left and get some good action here. This is one where kind of we have the 1, 3, and 9 pocket hit, but kind of more full than not. Kind of like that, you know. So if you wonder how to make that shot, just watch the replay of how Sean did that, because that was perfectly done. Spare in the second. And he's going to fill that. Oh, goodness gracious. That is a quarter Worcester, folks. And just, unfortunately, on a spare makes it seem even worse. So it'll be a 1 fill. Pops that through the move it just a little bit here, so we can pick up the action if we can. A little better angle. Whoop. And when all is said and done, there'll be a 7 for Sean. So despite the spare, still at just a 28 with that unfortunate quarter Worcester. So 28 through 3. Sean in the 1-2 pocket. It's got a 2-pinner. Sean hits it perfectly. Second spare of this half. Yeah, I know I did try to Paul, I did just try to move it a little bit here without making you guys seasick, but let me try that. That's a little bit better. Although the result for Sean isn't better. The camera view might be better. But it is an 8 fill. Whoa. Thank you for Mark Van Heynigen for setting this up before bowling today. He's going to try to clip it, and he does. He clips it too much. Is that crazy or what? A for effort. A plus. And that will be a 9 for Sean. Yeah. Yeah. So we're all done here on from lane 2. We're going to go over to lane 1. So we adjust the camera. Thank you, Maurice. Let's see how this looks here. But hey, let's get to the score here. Sean leads 55-44 here in the second string, so that's an 11-pin lead. He won the first by 10, so he's up 21 in the match. Mark Van Heynigen's got some work to do now. And back to another triangle. Mark off to the left, so it's been unfortunate on the triangles so far. And that will be 10. That will give Mark 54 through 6. This is neat, though, that you can see the scoreboard. It's probably not neat that you can see the Red Sox score because they're losing again as we speak. In the meantime, Mark clips the 3 off on the end. Oh, but the 10. That'll be a 9 box. So Mark really just has that one mark. He got that in the 10th box of the first string, so he's been open all 7 here in the second string, just at 63. In on the head pin, gets some late action, so the split breaks up. It's got a 2-pinner. Wants to avoid that wood. Go right at the 6-pinner. Oh, hits the wood. The ball goes right between the 6 and... I think that's a 6 and 9. Yep. And he'll be open here in the 8th. There's Mark living up to his nickname. Some people have called him, he's such a good pinner, Mark Van Heynigen. So a 10 there. So 73 through 8. A little light on the head pin, but they're all in a bunch. Yep. Just a couple. 55. Yeah, through the first 15 boxes, Paul, Sean led by 21. He won the first 104-94. That will be an 8 for Mark. Comes down to the final box, just like the first string. He was at 81 at the end of 9 through the first. With the half Worcester. Let's see if he can pull a rabbit out of a hat. Oh, he gives it a great try. Oh my goodness, it looked like the 5 was going to go and the 10 was going to stay, and the exact opposite just happened. That will be a 10 for Mark, so 91 second string after a 94 first string. So it leaves the door open here for Sean to increase what was a 21 pin lead to a string and a half. He's at 55, as you can probably see. Sean off to the right, good action. Just leaves the 1, 2, and 4. The winner of this match goes on to face Zach Corbett, who just defeated Matt DePiro this past weekend. I think I see Zach out there as well. So got an interested party. Sean starts the 6th with a spare, just like he started the 6th last game. He had marks in the 6th and 7th boxes. This is already his 3rd mark here in the 2nd, off to the right, but we'll take 5 out of that. Sean just chips out the 2 pin, similar to his quarter Worcester earlier. Hey, Matt. Nice to see you joining in, watching this semifinal. Whoa, so late pinball action, but doesn't take down any pins, leaving just the 1, 7, 10. Sean won't get to throw at it, though. That'll be a 7 box.
I'm in boots, I can't. I would, but I know somebody else. That's the lanes.
Maurice Perry going to jog down and collect the errant ball here on lane 1. Sean is at 77 through 7. Has a spare 1, spare 8, and a spare 5. So we're still looking for our first strike of the match. Sean's come close several times. And he's got the 4 horsemen right-hand side and the post on the left. Sean heavy on the head pin. Hey, Nick. Dave Peterson here from Ryan's in Hyde Park. Many people remember it as 20th century lanes, which still referred to. You might even see it on the side wall here, opposite to the left-hand side of Sean. So that was a 6 for Sean. He's at 83, and he's off to the right. So through completed boxes, Sean is up 20. 10 for the first string and 10 here in the second string. And he'll leave the 4 horsemen. That'll be an 8, so 91 with a box to go. Sean crushes the head pin. Looked like it was going to be the entire back row. The 8 drops, and Sean's trying to figure out how to play this one right here. If he makes this one, it'll be a pretty one. He's got enough speed to spin things around. I think he's deciding right tip, right wood, left tip, or go to the left. He's going left. Nothing going. So he'll be open. So he had a chance to open up this margin a little bit more. So still within striking distance and still 3 strings to go. Sean with a 9. And an even Steven 100 game. So he played 2. Sean leads 19 pins, 204 to 185. I'll try to switch the camera over a little bit. Oh, actually, you know what? They're going to stay on these lanes. That's right. They don't switch after every 5 boxes. They'll go 5 and 5 and then switch. Switch basically in the middle of the game. So we're off to string 3. You sure? Okay. And Maurice Perry here, asking if he wanted to commentate here. I was happy to pass over the mic. That'll be a 9 for Mark. He started now all 3 games with 9s. And still just has that 1 mark. And we have the 4 horsemen on the left-hand side. Let's see if Mark can connect with this. That happened earlier when he got the first 2, but the last 2 stayed. A 10 it is. 19 through 2 for Mark. Glad the stream here is working for Mons. Let's show this action live. If Mark Van Heynigen wins, he would go to Millis to face Zach Corbett. If Sean wins, he stays at home and Zach travels to Hyde Park. Nice try there for Mark. So no bad boxes for Mark, but a 9 and 2 10s, but he's looking for some spares and strikes at this point. Down 19 through 2 games as he nears his halfway point. Oh my, he's had some practice at this one already. Head pin hit. And it's a triangle. This time he hits the object. And this time they all go. Mark can't believe it. His second spare of the match here. Now he's hoping that's the spark that lights a fire here. And the washout. Just 3 again. He has 2 spares, 2 marks, each with 3 fills. 42 through 4. Mark gives it a good bid. We'll try to pick off 2 here on the right. Just gets one of them. That's an 8. And that's 50 for Mark Van Heynigen as he's officially halfway done. So Mark with a 94 and 91 and 50 through 5. Only had 1 head pin hit from the stats I see here. In those 5 boxes. Up steps Sean Pyne, leading by 19 as we enter his 3rd string. And all the wood makes its way into the gutter, and that just makes a difficult shot even that more difficult. It's the object, that's all that goes. Sean defeated Wayne Bullock to get to this point. Of course, that one was here at Ron's as well. Wayne came up from the Cape for that one, just like Mark today. So Sean trying to take care of his Cape Cod bowlers. Right on the head pin. Who's got some action here? And the wood just twists enough where this might be one where we can play it high. It's the half Worcester shot on the right side with an angled piece of wood. Bang! Puts it right where it needed to go. Spare in the second. Sean at 18 and the ball working. Off to the right, but he'll take 6 on that. 24 through 2. Through completed boxes, he's up 24 in the match. 19 plus 5 here in the 3rd. And that's textbook style, how to make that shot. 34. Sean looking to open up this lead and create a bigger deficit here for Mark, but just 3. 37 through 3. Off to the left, just getting 1. Sean will be open here in the 4th. That'll be a 7 box. So 44 through 4. At the same point, Mark was at 42. So at this point in the match, 21 pin lead for Sean Pyne. Opposite an 8 box. Throws it out there. Washout leave. Washout hit. Really? Sean will be open in the 5th, so Mark Van Heynigen still hanging around. That will be 7. 51 for Sean, 50 to Mark, through 5. as we adjust the camera so we can show you lane 2 for the next 10 boxes. Grand total, Sean, halfway through this match, 255. Mark Van Heynigen, 235. And here comes Mark, starting his second half. That's an 8-pin drop. Got a piece of wood out there. The question is, will it cover both pins? He's shaking his head. He's going right at it and gets it. Pinpoint accuracy, so to speak. Most of us, at least in the this level, may have gone for the wood on that and hoped. But Mark was right on target, and this time he starts off with a spare, and maybe he's feeling it. He hits the head pin. He's going to get a little light action. So he gets 16 here in the first box. Hey, Rod. Nice to see you online here. Going for 2 in a row, tries to cut it over, but not quite. Mark with a 9. So that's 75 through 7. He started his second half with a Mark 6. Of course, this is the second half, not a brand new game. Mark in the pocket. We're still looking for our first strike. It's drifting. Oh, that right to left. Didn't miss by much. Could have used that one for sure. And this time out to the right. That's a 9 for Mark, 84 through 8. Mark again on the head pin, this time not nearly as friendly a leave as a single pin. It's got the cluster bunch on the left. Off to the left, 2 remain. There'll be a 9 in the 9th. Mark's at 93. 1 to go here in his third string. Third string of 5. Again, him the head pin hit. Boy, that looked like a strike ball. It's the opposite side of a shot that Sean had earlier. And he almost pulls it off. Hits it full. Gave that a great one. But it will be an open box here in the 10th. And that will be Mark's highest game. 10 bucks for a 103. So 94, 91, 103. Mark says it must be an error at the computer here because the score has 3 digits in it. So 3-string total of 288. Sean steps up at 255. Grand total 51 through 5. And hopefully We didn't lose the stream again. Oh, thanks, Rod. Wow. It was looking like it was a three pinner turned into a one pinner, and he's got a boatload of wood out there. And looks pretty good to me. Oh no! That has happened, I'm going to say 3 times for Sean. As we know, sometimes you can't have too much wood. So that will be a 9 after all said and done there. It was looking pretty good for Sean, and that ball was rolling down the lane. So he's at par, 60 through 6. Similar to the last pin hit, although this time 3 remain. Yeah, I agree, Kendrick, on that one. Let's see if Sean can avoid the wood and get it, or hit the wood and get it. Oh, he hits the wood and gets it coming across on the second try. Looked like Sean was going to get foiled again, but that time some good action off the side. Here's his field ball. Just 4. But 4 is better than 0, right? So it's a 14 box. So he is at 74 through completed boxes. Mark was at 75. So Lee was 18. Sean gives that a bid just off to the right. 3 remain. That'll be an 8. 82 for Sean. Through 8. Mark was at 84, so through completed boxes, Mark's chipped 2 off the 20-pin lead. And Sean will have some work to do here to pick up a spare or get a 9 or 10. He's opposite a 9 and 10 box here from Mark. Well, let's see how Sean decides to play this one. That goes through the hole for disappointing 5, so that will give Sean 87 through 9. 19, it was 19. One to go here in the third. There's a head pin hit. Sean up 3 in the match. Coming into this box, not in completed boxes, but so he's off to the right. So this match will tighten up. We've completed 3 strings. It looked like an 8, right? Yeah, that's an 8 box. 95 for Sean. So Mark takes the 3rd string, 103, 95. So for 3 string total, 299 to 288. Mark knocked 8 pins off that 19-pin lead. So it's down to 11 with 2 strings to go. 299, 288. We knew it would be close. We started string 4 here. Mark right on it for a 10 box to start the 4th. Still looking for our first strike of the day. Maybe they'll be right here. Nope, Mark a little light. He's got a piece of wood on the right-hand side. Hits it near the cap. Mark knows he's down basically, say, 2 marks, so doesn't want to have too many open boxes. That's an 8. 26 through 3. 4th string. On the head pin. Triangle plus 2. Giving it a go. Again, the triangle causes issues. Nothing comes across. Maybe 2, 9 box, 34, 27 through 3. See if I can show that for you here. Just tuning in. There's the first 3 strings. You can read that. 11 pin lead for Sean. And we do have our first strike of the day. Had a number of 9 pin drops, but that's a big one for Mark. Mark disappointed at that one. Huge ball right here. Needs to fill that strike. Even better would be picking it up, which is possible. Little full on the head pin, so it'll be a 7 fill. 44 through 4. Mark right on target for a 9 box. 53 through 5. We're at the halfway point of Mark's 4th string. Here's Sean, starting his 4th off to the left. Oh, he makes it! Had beautiful ball right in the pocket with some side action. Starting off the 4th string with a mark. And on the head pin, a big fill. He just had the same lead, but different wood, of course. That's a 7 fill, though. This would be huge. He gets it. Pins are nicely set up, and Sean gets it right where it needed to be. So he's 27 and the ball working as he starts his third, and look out below. He's hoping that 4-pin falls. It doesn't, but it's a 7 fill on his spare. He's at 34 through 2. He's going to try to make a beauty, and he does. 3 in a row. No bonus money, but bonus is these marks could lead him to the South Final. Off to the right, he's going to get some action. He's got the 4 horsemen left side and a nice piece of wood that would help. If he can hit the object and hit it in the pocket, just off to the left, he might have some action coming back. Nope. All right, so Sean, 59 through 4. He's starting to put some distance, and just when he was feeling it, the balloon gets popped with a spread eagle plus the kicker in between. So we only got 3 on that one. Oh, does a great job taking care of the 3 on the right and the kicker on the left. It's a very impressive first half of Game 4. Sean with an 8.67 half. Against Mark's 53. So 14 pins added back onto the lead for Sean. He now leads by 25, 366 to 341. And thank you, Maurice, for helping with the camera, the iPad. And we have the exact same leave, 2 different bowlers, 2 different lanes. Same leave Sean just had. How often do you see that? Man alive. Sean, Mark clips off 2. He's down 25 and 15 boxes to go. Defending South champion in the C gets an 8.61 through 6. Mark with a 94, 91, 103. And this one he leaves out to the right. Let's get the 4 horsemen, a couple of the pieces back there. And this wood could help. Nope, off to the left. There goes Mark with the 10. 71 through 7. Mark looking for strikes and spares, and oh no! As Joe Castiglio would have said, do you believe it? Can you believe it? Same exact leave he just had 2 boxes ago, and third time, this time he gets the 4 on the left. Third time we've had that leave in 4 boxes between the 2 bowlers. Ouch. And that'll be a 9. Hey, John. Thanks for joining us, John Ahern. Mark starting the ninth box in his fourth string, again on the head pin, and another split. Oh, gave it a good bid. Two remain. And that'll be another 10. So nicely done as the crowd cheering on here for for Mark. Both bowlers, of course. That's 90 through 9 for Mark. Is it out there this time to the left? And a half Worcester. Not a good time for that. And Mark went for it on the outside, and that goes down the hole. Looking for a big out. We'll sit down and then need a big string in the fifth, which he's capable of. And that's what you call a super duper good out. 9 box. 99. Mark. That's a 4-string total of 387. Sean's already at 366 for a grand total. It's got a really good game going here. 67 through 5 boxes. Sean hits the head pin. Does have a split piece of wood there. The way Sean throws it, he can spin stuff around. Oh, he does, but only 2 go. Let's see, Faye Sawyer, Tim Douglas, thanks for tuning in. And Wayne Bullock, of course. Sean at 76 through 6. Sean looking for his first strike. He's had some tough pieces of wood in front of his single pins today. And he's going to have to avoid that wood in the gutter. There's 3 pieces. Nope. That will be a 9. No doubt about that one. That was a tough one. There really wasn't much margin for error there. That will give Sean 85 through 7. Sean off to the left. Outstanding effort, all but the 10. That'll be a 10 box. 95 through 8. Sean off to the right. Leaves 4. Again, a couple pieces of wood that he can move around. As he tries to lengthen his lead. Boom! Sean has made some very pretty spares this afternoon. He hasn't had a strike, but he's been getting his spares. 105 and a ball. Just off to the right, but still gets 7. It's 112. And that time missed the object, but we have a 120 game here. Sean literally is at 120 right now. He will add 2 more for good measure. So rock solid 122 for Sean. He takes the 4th string 122 to 99. So Mark had put a dent in that deficit after 3, but with that 23-pin victory here in string 4, we're going to come down, make the turn for the final string here with Sean Pyne leading 421 to 387, 34-pin lead. Mark knows he needs to get going right away. Head pin hit could take it. If he hits it, he does. That is the way to start when you need a big comeback. He starts with the first one, and he got one in the first box. Defending C-South champion. A little light, but a nice 7-pin drop. Couple of pieces of wood, 3 pieces hanging around there. And that's 2 in a row. Hopefully we didn't lose it. I don't see it on my phone. So Mark not going down without a fight right here. Looking for a hit, pin, hit, gets it, and oh my goodness gracious. Are you kidding me? He was starting to get some momentum and just a 4-fill in an uglier leave on the object and pops through 2. Oh my. Mark does all he can do with it, with that one, with an 8. He's at 39 through 3. Spare 7, spare 4, and an 8. Thanks for everyone tuning in. There's been between like 19 and 30 people, so appreciate that on a Wednesday afternoon. Mark will be opening the 4th with a 6-box. All right. 45 through 4. Really needs a good ball right here. And we got the washout on the right-hand side. Punches out 2. Mark had some momentum going after 2 consecutive marks to start the 5th, which was just what the doctor ordered. That head pin hit, but only with a 4 fill kind of deflated everything here. And That will be a 6. So after those 2 marks and a promising start, it's a 50 half. Yep, score correct. That's 51 through 5. So Sean's had a 104, 195, but then a big 122 in the 4th. It could be the difference. Another 9-pin drop. We'll see what happens. This wood is going to take it. Score correct. The automatic scoring didn't get that one. It was just giving him 9, so Sean, make sure to fix that right away. But we could kind of see that one coming. Sean, oh man, had a lot of ugly splits this afternoon. Spread eagle, but he's got another ball on that strike. Oh wow! He almost pulled a rabbit out of a hat on that one. So an 8 fill and an 8 box, 26 through the first 2. He starts box 3 and another half Worcester. So at this point, Sean just wants to avoid disaster boxes, so he goes for the 2. The smart play on that one. Gets 1, so it's a 7. 33 through 3. At this point, Mark had 39 and had chopped 6 pins off, but he only had 2 6 boxes himself. And Sean will be shooting for the high-low jack. Sean gives it a try. So that'll be a 9 for Sean. He led by 34 pins coming into this 5th and final string. Off the head pin, but some tremendous action. Leaving just the 1 and 2. And a spare here would be huge. Yeah, he knew it as soon as he released that. Off to the right. $9, so when all is said and done, halfway through the 5th, each bowler at 51. So
Listen, you dropped 5 strikes right now. You went.
So Mark needed to chip, more than chip, he needed to break into that 34-pin lead and probably try to get 17 and a half, but as it turns out, bowlers tied 51 apiece as we start the second half. So Mark Van Heynigen needs marks in a hurry.
He did.
Not a good time to have the 7 and 8. There's a piece of wood, and he does throw with some spin on his ball, so this is still makeable. Oh. Nine for Mark, 60 through 6. Mark trying to play it on the right side, get those 2 and swing something over the left. Nice out ball for 9. $69 through 7. Right now, he needs strikes and another washout. Oh, let's go up here. Almost got that one. That's a 9 for Mark. 78 through 8. 2 to go. That's the ball Mark's been looking for all day. Just been off just a hair. Oh my. That's what he was looking to do. 1 to go. But you need to tip your cap to Mark Van Heynigen. Second year in the league. Joined mid-season last year. Made the playoff as a wild card. Beat the, I'm going to say, the 1, 2, and 3 seeds. Maybe not in that order. Made it all the way, winning the South and making it to the final against Justin Ruggiero. Then comes out of the gate, wins his division again this year, wins his first round playoff match. But a tough afternoon here at Ron's in Hyde Park. One ball to go for Mark. He's at 90. Oh, that's it, actually. 94. So that is a 5-string total for Mark of 475, and Sean just needs 4. We're redoing the scoreboard here. 481. That's what it is. Sean's already at 472, so he just needs 10 pins. Mark says, are you saying there's a chance? I want to get his hopes up here, but I think Sean can get 10 and 5. Yes. great bid. And officially ties the match. Grand total. And this one could have put a bow on it. Nope. We do have cherries and marshmallows and stuff here at the ice cream place, so we could put that on top. Sean with 60 through 6 just needs one pin before he'll move on to host Zach Corbett. Couple fireballers. And that will do it, and that's what you call winning in style. A strike to officially move himself into the South Final. And Sean adds to that, that's his second strike of the day, second of the string. Yes. Sean puts another one on the board for good measure. Al commented, by the way. Yes. Mark got a chuckle out of that, Al. Yep, you said it, Kendrick. I think Sean was just warming up and he almost made another one. He's made some really, really nice spears. That'll be 10. 107 with one box to go. So, everything but the final score here. In the summertime, if you're looking for a break and visit a new bowling alley, come on down to Ron's here in the Hyde Park section of Boston. 10 lanes. All the different ice cream options, homemade ice cream. They actually have beer as well. On a hot summer's day, it's been pretty busy in here all afternoon. As Sean wraps up, I was going to say that would have made it been a heck of a spare, and we're almost not done yet. Leaving just one. And that is the final ball of the day. Doesn't matter. That's a 116. Crowd cheering on Sean. So a 116 to 94 final last game. And we're going to just give you the final totals here. I think we got it right. Is that correct? 537 for Sean Pyne. 481 for Mark Van Heynigen. Sean Pyne moves on to the C South Final. It will be right here at Ron's. The time to be determined. We know the place, just need the time coming up in the next couple of weeks against Zach Corbett. So, my name is Dave Peterson. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on the lanes.
No spares, bad fills.